Hi girls, today I'm going to explain you the concept of arrays of objects in C++. In my last class, I explained about the concept of static data members and static member functions, and then this is the continuation of that concept, array of objects. An array can be of any data type including struct. Similarly, we can also have arrays of variables that are of type class, such as variables are called arrays of objects. An array can be any of data type including struct. For example, here a class is defined here. In this above class, one variable is declared in the private specifier, that is the in data type float. Percentage is declared in float type, and then in the member function, two member functions are declared here, get data and void show. For this class, if we record 100 students, then we are not declared size different S1, S2 and S number of 100 object, because it's very critical task. For this problem, we use array of objects. For example, if you declare a variable using array, you can declare a same name with different indexes. That is the uses of the array. Array is a collection of variables of same data type. Here, if you want 100 student details, then we are not declare the object as S1, S2, S2 up to the 100 number of objects we are not able to declare. So array is used for that. 100 number of objects are created by using the array concept. An object of class represents a single record in memory. If we want more than one record of class type, we have to create an array of class or object. As we know, an array is a collection of similar type. Therefore, any array can be a collection of class type. This is the syntax for array of object. Class is the keyword, class name, and then the data type, and then the member functions. After this end of this class definition, you have to declare the object, create the object class name with object name, and this is the size of the array. An array is an indexed collection of data elements of the same type. The index is between the 0 and size -1. For example, the general array declaration is data type array name. Within the square bracket, you have to give the size, that is also called the index. For example, here we can have array of objects. Circle is the class name, and then this circle in the small letter C, this is in the capital letter C. So this is the object with 30 size. So array of 30 circle objects. Here also fraction is the class name. This is frax is the object name. Here this is an array of 54 fraction objects. Like that, you can create array of objects. Here you can see circle. In this class, the circle has 30 objects named circle of 0, circle of 1 up to circle of 29 objects you have created for the same class. And then object as function argument. In functions, you can pass variables, that is called the arguments. But in C++, you can pass function, you can pass object as argument to a function. For a class, you can create an object. That object can be passed to a function as arguments. Like any other data type, an object may be used as a function argument. This is done in two ways. The first one is a copy of the entire object is passed to the function, which is called call by value. This is also you studied in the functions in C++ and also in the C functions. There are two types of argument passing. One is the call by value and another one is the call by reference. Only the address of the object is transferred to the function, which is called pass by reference or call by reference. So this is the example of object as argument to a function. Here this is the class. You can give any class name here. In the public section, the member function is defined inside the class. So there is no need of scope resolution operator here. This is the class name and the function name. Again, this is class name. This is the argument. The argument here is within the main function for the class name. Here, 3 objects are created. O1, O2 and O3. Here, O3, that means the object 3 is assigned object 1 dot function name of object 2. Object 1 is a object. Here, object 2 is an object that is as an argument to the function. Okay, so this is called as the object as a function arguments. And then friend functions in C++. A friend function can access private and protected member of that class. The private members cannot be accessed from outside the class. For example, I told you that in my previous classes also, if these two variables are private variables, that variables are not accessed by the outside of the class. This is a non-member function cannot have an access to the private data of the class. However, there could be a situation where we would like two classes to share a particular function. For example, consider a case where two classes, manager and scientist, have been defined. We would like to use function income tax to operate on the both objects of these classes. In this situation, C++ allows the common function to made friendly with both classes, thereby allowing the function to have access to the private data of the classes. Such function need not be member of any of these classes. To make an outside function friendly to a class, we have to simply declare this function as a friend of that class. Okay. Normally, the private members and private variables of that class are not accessed by the outside class members. But if declare a function as a friend, that class should access that private members and private member functions. Friend functions of a class can access the private and protected member of that class. They must be prefixed with the keyword friend in the declaration. Here in this class, my class, the variable A is declared in the private sector. That means the private specifier. The member function declared in the public specifier is fun. That is preceded by the keyword friend. So, this member function fun can directly access the private variable of that class. The characteristics of the friend function are it is not in the scope of the class to which it has been declared as friend. It is not in the scope of the class to which it has been declared as friend. Since it is not in the scope of the class, it cannot be called using the object of that class. It cannot be called using object of that class. And then it can be invoked like normal function without help of any object. Unlike member functions, it cannot access the member names directly and has to use an object name and dot membership operator with each member name. It can be a public or private and it has objects as arguments. Usually it has object as arguments. Perhaps the most common use of friend function is overloading the operators like insertion and extraction. The uses of friend functions are useful in the following situations. Function operating on objects of two different classes, that is, ideal situation where the friend function can be used to bridge two classes. Friend functions can be used to increase the versatility of overload operators. Sometimes a friend function allows more obvious syntax for function calling rather than what a member function can do. I will explain the program of this friend function in my next class, girls. Friend function The use of the friend function is the private members can be accessed outside the class if that function is declared as a friend of that class. Okay. Thank you, girls.